Hi, I'm Jenna, transgender woman, 48 years old. I'm now going to work, so I have a little time to make a little video. Let's see what we talk about today. I think I will talk about the negative people in your life if you're going to transgender, and how to cope maybe with it or not. First thing, if you have negative people in your life, just cut them loose. They are not worth it. So if your friends are that negative, they're not real friends. Family members, sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but if you don't have lots of contact with them in the past, I would say just cut them loose also. Then you have the people who are more difficult to let cut loose. It's like parents, because every transgender want to be accepted by their parents. I'm very glad not to have too many people who are negative in my life. So I have a very positive experience with all people, work, friends, new friends. So I'm very lucky at that point. So I didn't lose much people, or none actually. The only people who are negative to my transitions are my parents. A little bit about my parents. Yeah, the light is not very good here in the car. It's the evening or the morning. So let's see if I can put the light on. Okay, that's better. My parents are very good people. First of all, they raised me well. They teach me the values from what's good between good and wrong. They teach me how to be critical thinking, and that's a little bit problem now because they are very traditional at the same time, and it's like our opinion is the law, a little bit like that. So they're about 73 years old, about the older generation, and my transition came to a very big shock to my parents, especially my mother, when I was telling them that I'm transgender. I did it by psychologist, so to buffer the shock, because I knew they would be shocked about it. It didn't help actually, so my mother retreated in herself at the beginning, very depressive, saying things like I will kill myself, I will move to another place, those things, that I didn't consider their feelings, what the people are going to think about them. Now I'm transitioned if they see me on the street, that they were afraid that somebody will hurt me. That's a legal argument, I will say, because many transgenders get hurt or meet violence or discriminated, so that's a real threat for transgenders. In the beginning they didn't want to say my name at all, my new name. Now, about 9 months later or 10 months later, it's a little bit better, but still, if I visit my parents, sometimes she is like treating me like a daughter, and at other times it goes back to the first month when she heard that I was transgender and making me out for that I don't think about anybody else, that I'm a bad person, that she doesn't have a child anymore. Depends a little bit on her mood, and sometimes it's difficult to cope with it, especially if you meet them almost every week. It builds a little bit up. So for me it was difficult, and still difficult to cope with it. I don't know how to do it because they are very what's the English word for it? Rigid in their ideas. They're old people. They don't change much anymore from their ideas, and things like homosexuality, transgender. That's not their generation. Their generation was that didn't exist, you know. And for my mother, it was also, why do you do it? Why don't you can stay hidden at home? I don't have a problem if you wear women's clothes at home, but don't do it on the street. You see, a little bit everything goes around her each time, and that makes it difficult. She doesn't consider my feelings about that. For her, it doesn't matter if I feel bad in my skin, as long as the people around her won't think bad about her. We had last Sunday it was, we had a big fight again about transgender. It was a little bit too much for me, so I left the house, their house, and they closed the door behind me, telling them not to come back anymore. And meanwhile, they apologized for saying the things they said to me at that moment. But it hurt and everything exploded, so I became very emotional. Normally I have my emotions, even with hormones, very strict on control. I don't get very emotional. But after a year of building up, it was too much, so I had to cry a lot that Sunday. Later in the evening I had an interview with Nikki Firesnow. She is a YouTuber, also transgender, from US. It was a nice talk. I did good and well to talk to somebody she asked questions about it. I would say check her video out. I probably will put the link under this video to that video, so you can see the interview. Is about 30-40 minutes. You see over the now. Let's talk about maybe something else. I have some upcoming operations. In January I have an operation for my face. They do my forehead, my chin, and my lips a little bit. That's all. The surgeons told me to do this, and I was like this. I was like, no, I don't have any problems with that. My face, I find my face not too manly anyway, so just for the fine touches. It's already expensive enough without doing all the extra stuff. That will be January 14th. Normally, if the operation goes well, it should be taking a recovery time about 3 or 4 weeks. Then I have to work for 4 weeks again, and then I have a big operation, a sex change operations. It is an ALS, and that operation will take about a recovery time 3-4 months at least, they said, before I can go fully to work again. Probably have to build up my work because all of the pains what you probably have. So I'm looking forward to the beginning of the next year, because it will do actually a little bit of an end period to my transition at the moment, and I can go out fully female, not being worried about the things I still have on me. I can go to the swimming pool in the summer. It will be nice to be not worrying about things. A little bit of myself. I'm an only child, that's why it's also so very difficult for my parents. I don't have any children. Always wanted to have 2 children, but never got children, got married 2 times, so it should have happened, but it didn't happen. Bad luck, I would say. So it hurts myself a lot that I don't have children, because it was always a childhood dream for me. I have a family, children, house, just the simple things in life. Not too much. I didn't want to be a millionaire. I didn't want to be famous. Just to have children and a family. That's the only thing actually I didn't want in my life. So make a little bit cry about it because it's a very sensitive topic for me. That's being childless. Also, what can I say? When my last wife left me, it was about almost 2 years now, about 4 months gone, and it will be 2 years. My life collapsed at that moment completely, because we were going for children. I was happy to finally to go for children again, and we were trying, and then she left. So I was about 47 years old about that time, and I didn't know what to do. I had some periods I was thinking about suicide, because I didn't see any purpose in my life anymore. I solved that problem a little bit by making a will, so everything I work for now or have built up already, like a house, a saving account, so all those things, goes now to two little beautiful girls, sweet girls. They are not old. One is about 10, the other one is about 4. One is a daughter of a good friend of mine. The one is the niece of the cousin of my ex-wife, last ex-wife, because I don't have any problems with ex-wife, and she can need the money anyway because she lives in Morocco. So if I die, she gets the money. Not much, because the state will take about 50% on taxes on it, I think. But it will give her a little start in life when she's older. Maybe get for a marriage, maybe for buying a house, something like that. You know, it will give her some basis to start with, what a lot of people over there not have, because of the lower living standards of Morocco at the moment. So that gives me a little bit future again, so I could concentrate on the other part of my life. I wanted always to be a woman, and I started my transition over there, buying women's dresses, clothes, putting them on at home first, then going out slowly to other places. See, I'm now on the highway. Just the local airport I'm passing by now. There's a small airport, Aachen, Maastricht. Not so many flights from over here, some to Spain, Turkey, I believe. A small cargo airport and a passenger airport. It's still dark on the road, like you can see. It's almost 5 o'clock over here. I have to do this road every day, going back and home, so 5 times up and down. It's about a drive about 20 minutes, I think, for going to work. I can take a shorter track, but shorter route would be with a lot of traffic lights. It will traffic cameras, so this is much smoother driving. So I take this route, I can cruise a little bit without too much attention on the road. work. Let's talk about work. I work in a little factory in Maastricht. We make paint for on car glass, like on bottles, on glasses, windows. Actually, all glass paint we made is for permanent use. It's not to take off anymore. We make silver paint. Silver paint is mostly used for the heating strips on the car windows in the back. We make ceramics paint. That's more for on roof tiles. By the way, this is the Netherlands. I live in Belgium, so we passed the border. Maybe you didn't notice it because there are no border controls. Like in other countries, if you go just over here in the European Union from one country to another country without even seeing a police officer. Sometimes it's like you're driving and oh, I'm back in my own country again. You didn't notice anything about it. So I cross like each time 5 times the border. Yeah, now almost where I work. Again, a traffic light, but this is for trains. So in the Netherlands, traffic lights are very good built. They notice when you're coming. They switch it if there's nobody else, so you can drive through it without stopping. Something in Belgium they can learn, because if I drive over there, that's always stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. It's not very good for the climate also. You see, maybe the roads over here are small, not very big. So the European roads and cities are not very made for the big American cars. So if you come over here with your car, don't take it back, because you're not finding any parking spaces if you go to the cities. Almost there. So I'm going to sign off. Let's see a little bit other thing. Maybe I work about 2 o'clock, then I have to go home, make dinner for myself because I'm alone. No partner, nobody waiting at home for me at the moment. So I would say have a nice day. I'm now coming to my factory where I have to work. So goodbye, love you, see you next time, bye bye.